Welcome to the world of AKC Agility. AKC offers the agility competitor so many options as far as what we can compete in. They offer 6 different classes, 3 of which don't even require titles, meaning that you can enter them as a first-time competitor or as a super seasoned competitor. Want to know what those different classes are? You're at the right place. We're going to go through all 6 of the AKC classes in this video. Hi, my name is Kama. I'm one of the Club-Doggie trainers, and I'm a multiple-time World Team Agility member with my agility dogs. But before I made it to the World Team with my agility dogs, I had to learn about all the different agility classes, just like you are doing today. Let's start with the classes that require you earn titles in order to move up through the levels. The different AKC levels are Novice, Open, Excellent, and then Masters. These AKC classes require competitors start at the Novice level, earn a title to move to Open, earn another title to move to Excellent, and then earn another title to move to Masters. We have more information about titling in AKC in another video, but to keep this video on topic, let's go ahead and move on and talk about the 3 different classes AKC offers that require you earn titles in order to move up through the levels. First up, Novice Jumpers with Weaves. This is a novice map simply because most of us watching this video are probably just starting out in AKC Agility. But as a reminder, the different levels for this event are Novice, Open, Excellent, and Masters. Excellent and Masters dogs will run the same course. They're just in a different titling class. Novice and Open dogs will run different courses from each other and from the Excellent Masters dogs. The Novice, Open, and Excellent, and Masters Jumpers with Weaves classes all have one thing in common: the obstacles in the class. These classes will always have jumps, tunnels, and a set of weaves. That's why it's called Jumpers with Weaves. What varies from level to level is the difficulty in the course design, as well as how many obstacles the dog will be asked to perform in order to qualify in that course. Next up, let's take a look at a Novice Standard map. The Standard class, similar to Jumpers with Weaves, is one of the titling classes in AKC, meaning you'll need to move from Novice to Open to Excellent, then to Masters. Also similar to Jumpers with Weaves, the Excellent Masters dogs will be running the same course even though they're in different titling levels. Open and Novice dogs will be running different courses from one another and from Excellent Masters. What makes the Standard class similar, regardless of what titling level you are currently in, is it will always include all 3 of your contacts: the dog walk, the A-frame, and the teeter. The third and final class that AKC requires you move through their titling levels in is the Fast class. Fast class, similar to Standard and Jumpers with Weaves, you must start in the Novice level, advance to Open, and then advance to Excellent, and then to Masters. The Fast class is a strategic class in which you're given a certain amount of time based off of your dog's height to accumulate points and do a distance challenge. As you'll see in a moment when I pull the map up on the video, their distance challenge is noted on your course map with lines. Your dog is allowed to cross those lines, but you're not. You want to make sure that you're accumulating enough points to qualify, including getting that distance send, within the allotted course time that is posted on your course map based off of your dog's height. The distance send will give you 20 points in and of itself. All the other obstacles will also have point values, including the obstacles that you have to take within the send. In order to qualify in the Fast class, your dog will need to accumulate 50, 55, or 60 points for each level: Novice, Open, or Excellent Masters. Again, the send itself is 20 points, and a maximum of 80 points can be earned in any Fast run. Now let's take a look at a Fast map together. The main difference you'll notice between this Fast map and the Jumpers with Weaves and Standard maps is that it's for all 4 levels. Unlike Standard and Jumpers with Weaves, Fast classes are typically nested, meaning one course map is all that will be given out regardless of what level you're in: Novice, Open, Excellent, or Masters. What the judge will do is note on the map which send portion, which distance challenge, is for each level. So if we take a look at this map as an example, you'll see that Excellent Masters has this solid line for their distance send, whereas the Novice class has this dashed line for their distance send. All 4 of the levels are allowed to come up with their own plan for point accumulation, as well as when they're going to attempt the send within their allotted time. Everyone would have to start with this jump here, do their required send at some point during their time, and finish with this jump here. And each level would have to accumulate their minimum required number of points in order to qualify and ultimately advance to the next level. Again, that's 50 for Novice, 55 for Open, and 60 for Excellent and Masters. Now that we've gone over the different classes that AKC offers that require we start at Novice and earn qualifying runs in order to title and move up through the different levels, let's take a look at the classes we're allowed to enter, regardless of what level our dog is currently at. First, let's take a look at Time to Beat. Time to Beat is commonly offered at local AKC events. It has a similar course design to your Excellent Masters level courses. The main difference between Time to Beat and your standard classes, aside from the fact that you can do it at any level, Novice or Masters, because it's only a one-level event, is the fact that it does not include all 3 contacts. In this example map, you'll see it only includes the A-frame and the teeter. And just like the name implies, it's a winners-take-all class, meaning it's the first place dog who has the time to beat. Next up, let's take a look at a Premier course map. Premier is a 2-part event, meaning there is both a Premier Standard and a Premier Jumpers with Weaves. You do not have to enter them both, and in fact, they're not always even both offered on the same day at an AKC trial. Premier has risen in popularity to the point where AKC now even has its own national event called the Premier Cup, which is where this course map is from. The Premier Standard and Premier Jumpers with Weaves courses follow the same general design as Standard and Jumpers with Weaves titling classes. The main difference is there will not be a table in the Premier Standard class, but there will still be all 3 contacts. And both Premier Jumpers and Premier Standard classes tend to be more challenging than you would get in even the Masters level of Standard and Jumpers with Weaves. Last but not least, the ISC classes. These are the international standard classes that AKC has just recently started incorporating into our agility class options. The ISC classes range in challenge from an A1 to an A2 to an A3. Again, all of the ISC classes do not require you have any AKC titles. You could enter them as a novice, you could enter them as a master's. However, what they do have is an extra international flair, meaning some of them are fairly challenging, even at that A1 level, which is the equivalent of our novice level. The AKC ISC classes have recently become popular as there are many of us who have world team aspirations and want to run the harder, bigger courses that they see internationally, which don't fit within the AKC course design rules. These classes are oftentimes offered at locally sanctioned AKC events or sometimes as standalone ISC events. The AKC ISC classes from A1 to A2 to A3 are also both standard and Jumpers with Weaves classes. Similar to Premier, you don't have to do both the standard classes and the Jumpers with Weaves classes. You could choose one or the other, or you could do both. It's totally up to you. And similar to Premier, you're allowed to do any of the ISC classes as a novice or as a master's dog. There is not a titling program associated with it at this time. That's it. That's all 6 of the classes that AKC offers to agility competitors. From the 3 that require us starting at novice and earning titles to move up through open, excellent, and masters, to the 3 that we can enter at any level. But I know it's a lot to take in, and I know it can be a little confusing, so save this video to watch again later. And as always, we're here for you if you have any questions. Just let us know.